We're thrilled to have back with us in the booth, we say, Coach, Lenny Wilkens, Hall of Famer.
Thank you. You're awful clean, man.
Hey, man, do what you got to do, right? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. I got a thrill, and everybody watching at home and here in the ballpark got a thrill to see you guys down there. That means a lot to this community.
Yeah, and it was a great tribute by the Mariners, to bring the players in and have everybody remember that basketball certainly is a part of this community.
Oh, you know it. And the other thing, I was talking to Nate and GP about, I loved what you said, hey, man, we're going to get it back here, and hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah. We, everybody talks about it, and every time we go any place, people ask about it, and certainly I think we're a Tier 1 city. And
without a doubt.
Yeah, and we can get a building, so we get a building, it'll happen.
How involved are you, or would you like to be in that pursuit?
Well, I'd like to be very involved. I've talked with some people, but it's been a lot of talk. And if they can get a movement going where we can get plans on the table, get a shovel in the ground date, certainly the NBA would be very amenable to having a team here. And I would like to be a part of that. Good,
very good. Lenny Wilkens, of course, in the Hall of Fame as a player and as a coach. And I can remember, I think my early days, we crossed paths when I was in New York, your championship years. You get to the finals of one year, Washington. It was Greg Ballard, I think, beat you on a jump shot?
In that one, the first year.
Yeah, the first year. And then you come back and beat, was it Gene Shue and those guys, right?
Right. No, it wasn't
No,
Dick Motta.
Dick Motta. That's right. It was Dick Motta. That's right, because Bernie Bickerstaff was on.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
You guys, what a great club you had.
Yeah, we had a great club. I mean, these guys worked hard. People forget that. If you go back and look at the record books, we were in the top 5 categories of a lot of categories.
Sure.
Defense, steals, rebounds, stuff like that. And we had a wonderful squad. These guys really worked hard.
Can you tell me why no kid in America is 6'10" or above uses Jack Sickman's post-up move with the off foot? I love that move. It's one of the great moves ever.
I don't think the coaches can teach it.
I remember the last time you were here, we talked about you grew up in Brooklyn, a Brooklyn Dodger fan.
Yes.
I always I always want to hear any Jackie Robinson stories. And anybody who grew up during that time, what do you have? You got any memory?
Hey, I have a lot of memories of Jackie Robinson. I saw him steal home plate. Okay.
Wow.
Now that's incredible. No one had done it up to that point.
Right.
And he was so daring on the bases. But the other thing that even more important, Jackie Robinson was a man on the field and off the field, and I loved his character, and that became he was my hero.
Yeah, Tim Heavily, our PR director, said he was up at Cooperstown the other day, and one picture that he saw, he said he has to get a copy of, is a picture of Jackie Robinson and Dr. King together.
Oh wow, that's heavy. That's heavy.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Tell us about your foundation. What's going on with that lately?
Well, the foundation is moving ahead. We have a big dinner auction August 12th and 13th. On the 12th, the dinner auction is at the Hyatt Regency in Bellevue.
Nice.
We're going to have close to 600 people at the dinner. Yeah.
Nice.
And the golf tournament the next day at Echo Falls always sells out.
Nice.
And so I tell people, don't let that scare you. You can still make a contribution.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. What other things are you doing with your time these days?
Well, I'm on a few boards. I'm on a board in Baltimore. It's called the Institute of Human Virology. It's a study of blood. The guy who is the head of it, Dr. Bob Gallo, he is one of the discoverers of the AIDS virus. And so the clinic affects people all over the world.
You know it.
I'm on a bank board in Bellevue, Foundation Bank. That keeps us busy. I'm on Children's Hospital Board of Trustees.
And you still do still do some basketball on TV, right? At least you were.
Yeah, do some TV. It's now Roots.
That's right, you're with us. That's right.
Right.
What am I talking about? You're with Roots Sports,
and John Bradford, I work with him, great guy. Tom Glasgow, Kevin Calabro.
That's right. I've seen you when I've been back east, and I tune in late at night and watch you guys. It's great. At 11 o'clock Eastern time. And, hey, there's Coach!
Yeah, well, it's fun. I enjoy it. I know the game, and I think that you can help the fans understand what's going on the floor.
Yeah, you bet. Now, you're not a part of the NBA. Nate couldn't talk about it. You can talk about it right now.
Right.
What the heck is going on here?
Well, I think there's a lot of posturing just from the outside looking in.
Right.
We don't go to training camp. They don't go to training camp until September.
Right.
So they got time to iron this out.
The NFL got it done, and they took it down to the last minute.
Yeah, well, I hope that doesn't happen with the NBA, but I certainly feel that These guys understand what's at stake, and Billy Hunter is an excellent leader for the Players Association, and Derek Fisher as well. So I think that it'll get worked out.
Buddy Wilkens with us, the Hall of Famer, Sonics coach. All right, so of the group that's back here tonight that's being honored, who hadn't you seen in the longest time?
Probably Dale Ellis, Michael Cage. Those two guys I hadn't seen in a while. The other guys I run into, you know, on the road or different places. But it was good to see both of them. They both looked great.
I was mentioning earlier, and I think you were in this game, the 70 All-Star game in Philly.
Yes,
Willis Street won the MVP.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned Bob. I was at that game as a kid, and I remember Bob Rule. Were you with Portland at the time?
No, I was with. I was with Portland at the time.
Right. And Bob Rule was the star. He was the number 45 with the Sonics.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was just wondering, give me a highlight or two from. I mean, you had a great career, and you played with and coached against. Give me a couple of highlights in addition to winning that NBA championship.
Well, my first year, a rookie with the Hawks, the St. Louis Hawks, before they moved to Atlanta, we played for the World Championship. And in the semifinals, we're playing the Lakers.
Right.
The sixth game, the Lakers are up, 3-2. And the sixth game is in Los Angeles. And we are down by 1 with about 14 seconds to go. And we set up a play for Bob Pettit. Yeah, he missed the shot. The ball came right to me. And I went right to the basket, and Elgin and Jerry grabbed me. You know, I'm a rookie, right? They don't put the rookie on the line. Wasn't any time left on the clock. I made both free throws.
Nice.
My knees were shaking, but I made them both.
Elgin and Jerry.
Yes, yeah. And,
wow.
So it was a great memory, and you know, as a rookie, I think that helps establish you because, you know, and I was never fearful of going to the line after that.
32 years old, you become a player coach. That is a huge transition. What was that like?
You know, it was interesting, but I'm partial to point guards. I think they make the better coaches. And so I didn't want to do it at first, but general manager Dick Vertley taught me into it. And I felt like, you know, as a point guard, I knew who wanted the ball, who didn't, who should have it.
Right.
I knew about offenses and how to set things up. So it was a heck of an experience for me. You know, the first year was kind of a novelty, and then you get competitive and you want to win, and it got tougher because you had to spend a lot of time in teaching, explaining, and at the same time keep your game on.
I was going to say, put yourself in and out of the game.
Yes.
Hey, I need a blow. Okay, hey coach, you talk to yourself, boom, you get yourself out of the game. Not bad, not bad. Who was, as a coaching inspiration, who was the guy you looked up to?
Without a doubt, Red Auerbach, because I like the way he used his personnel.
Right.
Okay, he got the maximum out of guys. He used his bench real well, and I felt, you know, that's the way to be effective, to be in the game all the time. And so he was the guy that I took a lot from.
Take me back to how about this one? Take me back to the championship year. You got over the hump by beating or something. What happened to get you over the hump?
Well, we got over the hump, I thought, because, you know, the first year we lost, but people felt we shouldn't have been there, but I felt we should have. And then the next year, you know, we came out determined, we came out ready. I thought the real test was against Phoenix in that round before.
Alvin Adams and that crew?
Yes, they played really well. They gave us all we could handle. Once we beat them and we got to the finals, it wasn't a doubt in my mind that we were going to win.
Coming up a little bit later, George Karl will join us, as well as Spencer Haywood. I haven't seen Spencer Haywood in years.
Spencer looks good. I see him a lot because I'm in Vegas when, especially when the Olympic team trains there. I get a chance to spend some time with Spencer.
He played at UD. Did he play for Vital at UD?
Yeah, I think he did. You know, for the short time that he did.
Strike 3 called to Adam Kennedy, and the Mariner threat is done in the 4th. Still a shutout. Coach, good to see you. Pleasure as always.
Thank you,
I love that Jackie Robinson story, man.
Well, I appreciate it.